What's new from Apple? There's the new iPhone 16 Pro, built for Apple Intelligence. And it comes with the all-new camera control, giving you an easier way to quickly access your camera tools. The new Apple Watch Series 10 has our biggest display and our thinnest design ever. And this? It's the sound of active noise cancellation, now available on one of 2 new AirPods 4 models. So quiet. Check out all of the new products and new features at apple.com. You can even buy yourself something new. See apple.com for product availability updates. Apple Intelligence coming this fall.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
This is Optimal Work Daily. Don't know what to do with your life? Seek Bargains by Cal Newport of calnewport.com. A Career Crossroads. In the early winter of 2004, I was a senior at Dartmouth College and in the fortunate position of having 2 good job offers. The first was from Microsoft. It paid, by 2004 standards, about as much as you could possibly earn right out of college, around $85,000 in cash and stock per year. The second offer was to join the computer science PhD program at MIT. It paid considerably less, around $28,000 in stipend, but promised near complete freedom. MIT is quite unstructured and entrepreneurial. I had no clear preference for which job to take. They both seemed exciting. But in my effort to make a decision, I stumbled on a key tool in the Career Craftsman toolbox. Follow a lifestyle, not a passion. In my last post, I argued that the right way to build a remarkable life is to first identify the traits that define your vision of remarkable, then pursue only jobs that will reward you with these traits if and when you master rare and valuable skills. But here's the snag. What if you don't know what these traits are? This is a problem common to students and recent graduates, those who have not yet had enough life experience to figure out what's possible and what resonates. This was also my situation as I pondered my competing offers in the fall of 2004. At the time, I was ambitious and optimistic and had a great sense of potential, but I was also clueless about how best to direct this energy. This is what I did. Bargain shopping careers. Both jobs, I determined, would reward me well if I built up career capital by mastering rare and valuable skills. At Microsoft, if you stand out, you gain the ability to acquire some desirable career traits. If you make it to project leader on a hot product, for example, you can have impact, recognition, creativity, and low-level autonomy. In other words, freedom from a direct boss dictating your day-to-day. In an academic track, however, I determined that mastering rare and valuable skills would offer an even wider variety of such traits to choose from. If I made a name in the world of research, not only is impact, recognition, and creativity available, but so is a much, much higher degree of autonomy. Successful professors are able to craft any number of exotic work setups. It also would allow for the possibility of taking a leave to start a company, as well as continuing with my writing. I had just submitted the manuscript for my first book. I didn't know which traits I ultimately wanted in my career, but I appreciated that MIT would offer me more options for the career capital I generated. So I turned down Bill Gates and went to work, ironically, in the Bill Gates Tower at MIT. The value rule. The main idea captured by this story is simple. When in doubt about which specific desirable traits you want to pursue in your working life, choose the available job option that offers the greatest variety of these traits in exchange for career capital. Keep in mind, the availability of these traits are irrelevant if you don't first build up capital by mastering rare and valuable skills. No one gives away such value just because you feel passionate about it. But as you advance in this quest to become so good they can't ignore you, and along the way add sophistication to your value system, it's likely that you will, as I do now, appreciate the greater flexibility this rule adds to your career crafting process. Deep Habits. Pursue clarity before pursuing results. Also by Cal Newport of calnewport.com. Shallow September. I track my deep work hours using a weekly tally, so I have a good sense of how my commitment to depth varies over time. A trend I've noticed is that my deep work rate hits a low point around this time of year. The obvious explanation is that the start of the fall semester adds extra time constraints, but I don't think that's the whole story. My deep work tends to increase as the fall continues, even though my teaching commitments also increase during this period, once there are problem sets and exams to grade. In thinking about this mystery, I've begun to better understand a crucial but often ignored aspect of working deeply on important things: the necessity of clarity. My research cycle. In my life as a distributed algorithm researcher, I experience a rapid-fire set of important research deadlines that begin in the late winter and end mid-summer. If all goes well, this period clears out my research larder, leaving me by mid-July ready to start a new research cycle. This reality explains why my deep work dips around this period. It's not clear what I should be working on. When I have a well-developed problem and I have a sense of what the solution should look like, and I can feel that my attacks are getting closer to the core, it's easy to obsessively accumulate hour after hour of deep thinking. By contrast, when I only have a hazy idea for a type of problem that might be interesting, but I'm not sure exactly how to define it, or if it's something I can solve, it's easy to push aside deep hours for other more concrete concerns. In the fall, in other words, I'm rich in haziness and poor in clarity. There's nothing wrong with this. All projects require this haziness stage. High output rates, therefore, will force you into this stage frequently. Prioritizing clarity. The conclusion I've been developing is that I need to think more systematically about minimizing the time to get from haziness to the level of clarity that accelerates depth. In more detail, when in a period of haziness, I'm becoming increasingly comfortable with the idea that much of the time that I might usually spend on traditional deep work, concentrating without distraction on a well-defined problem, will instead be spent trying to clarify hazy ideas to a point where such depth is possible. In my particular line of work, the following activities seem to help. Agree to give a talk on the topic. Go visit or invite to visit a collaborator to bounce around the idea. Set up a bounded series of meetings or phone calls to see if the idea can be kneaded into something pliable. Read related work and capture the notes in an annotated bib, a tip that has arguably doubled my research productivity. And finally, once ready, spend a half day or so trying to write up a problem document that captures a clear description of the problem, a collection of simple results, and a list of some next results that seem promising and tractable. This is like a business plan for a research problem, and usually something I like to develop before committing to long-term time investment. The specifics of these activities will differ depending on your job, but the big idea here is that by dedicating some deep work time to seeking project clarity when projects are hazy, you'll end up with more quality results in the long run. You just listened to the posts titled, "Don't Know What to Do with Your Life? Seek Bargains," and "Deep Habits, Pursue Clarity Before Pursuing Results," both by Cal Newport of calnewport.com. When it comes to hiring, don't go searching for the one. Just meet your match with Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors, and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging. 93% of employers agree. Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites. And one of the things I really love about Indeed is that it filters out those incompatible applicants. So when you're hiring, the process is much faster and you only have to consider applicants that are already likely to be a great fit. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/startup. So just go to Indeed.com/startup right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/startup. Terms and conditions apply.
Ryan Reynolds here for, I guess, my 100th Mint commercial. No, don't. I mean, honestly, when I started this, I thought I only have to do like 4 of these. I mean, it's unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. How are there still people paying 2 or 3 times that much? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be victim blaming here. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save. Whenever you're ready.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
And a big thanks to Cal, who wrote this post today. He typically writes about learning hacks and productivity, so you're going to hear him narrated pretty frequently over on Optimal Living Daily, so you can check that show out for a lot more from him. Cal is the author of the books Deep Work and A World Without Email. And you can learn more about those books, plus check out his blog, other media, and podcast over on his site, calnewport.com. That's calnewport.com. But that is it for me today here at Optimal Startup Daily. I thank you so much, as always, for being here and also for subscribing to the show and sharing it with others when you get a chance. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.